Hi everyone, I'm Jeff. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a ball review for the brand new Hammer Anger. The Hammer Anger is a go long and a skid flip ball. So we're going to see what kind of angle we can get throwing this ball today. I have not thrown it yet. It is just drilled. You can still see the lines on it. And I'm kind of looking forward to what it does. So you'll see the first shots as I see them. And we'll talk a little bit about the ball as we throw it. So let's go out to the lanes and give her a spin. We are ready to go with the Hammer Anger. This ball has a very high RG. So I know it's going to go long. It's very shiny, clean cover. I drilled it. I'll put the layout specs on the screen so you can see it. But I put the pin pretty far from my PAP. I want this ball to go long and flip, so I'm just going to throw it where I normally start out a league night, and I don't know what it's going to do. I haven't thrown it yet, so we'll take a look and see what it does and figure it out from there. Ooh. Very clean, very long. A lot of kick in the back. So now we'll start making the adjustments. I can already see this being a ball that you use obviously later in the night when the lanes start to dry up. If you're bowling a sport pattern tournament on a very low volume pattern, you might even be able to bust this thing out game one. So let's take a couple more and see what she can do. I'm going to move a bit left because that thing hooked too much. A lot of flip in the back. You can see that high differential really gets it to lope down the lane. The cover is very clean. And obviously this ball gets through the heads, gets through the mids really, really well. And so you need a ball that goes long, Hammer Anger. Now we got to talk about what it's going to do on the back end. Sometimes you get balls with really high differentials. I'm sorry, really high RGs. They just lope down the lane. They never really pick up in the dry. This ball, though, has a decent sized differential. Most balls that have high RGs do not have really, really big differentials. This one does, so it's kind of different, a little interesting. So I'll throw another. Whew. Wow, this thing turns. This thing hits the dry and it turns for sure. So we're gonna have to move a little more left or just keep it in the oil. Let's do one where I stand in the same place and we just move our target left and see what that does. And then we'll just move left and wheel it and see what that does. So, but like I said, usually you get balls with high RGs and they don't have super high differentials, 0.02, 0.03. They're just meant to be go long and don't really hook too much balls. This one, the differential is large enough where it's a go long and do something ball. So let's see, stay in the same place. And I'm just gonna move my target in a bunch. Let's see what happens. Oh, wow, I did not expect that ball to pick up as much as it did. Definitely did not expect to see that ball hook in the oil like that. But when you have a cover that's as aggressive as you get on some of what the brands of Brunswick are putting out now, without sacrificing how clean they are, they can do some silly things. So now let's do one where I just move left and we'll just wheel this thing. All right, so we've moved a ton left. We'll get it out a bit. Oh, we got that out way too far. Ooh, all right. Almost came back though. Okay, so the high RG definitely gets it to lope down the lane. So if you're gonna cover that many boards and you miss right, it might not pick up early enough to recover. So keep that in mind. I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. That was an awful shot. So let's try it again, and we'll throw it a little bit to the left of where that one was. Don't want to wheel it that much. Well, I think I probably could if I slowed it down. Well, let's see. I'm standing on 31, and we'll see what this does. yeah. Oof. All right, so we got to make sure that we get that ball to roll up a little earlier. So I'm just gonna move my feet back to the right, maybe a board. Move my target back a half to the right, just so I don't close down the angle too much. We'll see, but that was a lot closer. You can see that. That ball came off the dry, just didn't quite have enough. So maybe the lanes, the lanes are still freshly oiled, so I'm probably playing a little deeper than I probably should. I don't care. We'll make it work. So what your job is as a bowler, right? Make it work. So I'm gonna move my feet a board right. There we go, a little better. A little more, shutting the angle down a little bit, kept it in the oil a little longer. And it came up a little lighter in the pocket, but it had a better energy. So there you go. And that's the kind of adjustments you gotta make, right? Not every ball in the pocket is gonna strike, and if they don't, you gotta recognize why and make the right adjustment. That's bowling, right? That's half the fun of bowling, solving the puzzle. All right, so let's do that one more time, hopefully. Ooh, got it right. Ooh, saw the 4 out. Didn't quite get the 10. Didn't quite catch it either. It still came back pretty hard. I like to see what this ball does when the lanes dry up a little more. So maybe we do a follow-up video, like we'll take it out after league one day, and maybe we'll do a follow-up and see what it does when the lanes are scorched. Because this ball looks like it would be really interesting when the lanes are hooking. I wonder why they called it the anger. This ball doesn't make me angry. Might make your opponents angry. Strike a lot with it. All right, so I'm going to throw the same shot. I'm going to throw it a little slower because I think that's what I need to do. With my high ball speed, sometimes high RG balls don't pick up enough, so just slow it down a little bit. Yeah, better. Okay, so that's the problem. Problem is I suck. I just need to throw it a little slower. You know, normal speed. All right, I'll throw a couple more. Actually, you know what? I want to throw one. I have my original hammer effect here. I want to see what this ball does from the same spot. So let's see. My guess is it's going to hook a bit more, but it's going to roll out a little. I don't know. We'll see. Yep, that's exactly what it did. Hooked a little earlier, and it just kind of rolled out a little bit because it's an asymmetric with a lower RG, and this one, the anger, is a symmetric with a higher RG. Yep, called that one. And those two shots were in the same place. I stood in the same place. I think I threw them kind of close. The anger definitely gets down the lane longer. So let's throw the anger again. Definitely hooks more than I thought. I thought this was going to be like a medium dry kind of ball, but I think it's a solid medium. I think it's going to hook more than Vibes for sure. So I think it's definitely a step above that. Yeah, you see it's longer and more in the back. But unfortunately, there's just a little too much oil for it right now, so I'm just going to move back to the right. It's too much oil for me to be playing as deep as I am this early. So we're going to move back to the right just a bit. See if we can get our feet in the right place. So I'll go 3 to the right. Might be too much, but it might be fine. Ooh, woo, hey, hook, hook. All right. I'm gonna stay in the same place, and now I'm just gonna move my target back to the left, keep it in that oil. So you're getting a good feel for what this thing can do in different parts of the lane. And that's my goal. I'm not here to tell you how good or how bad a ball is. I'm here to just give you information. This is what this ball does when you do this. This is what this ball does when you do that. This is who I think this ball will be good for. Things like that. Make your own decisions. I'm not here to make any decisions for you. So I'm just gonna stand in the same place, the 3 back to the right, and I'm gonna move my target in. Ooh, I got it in way too much. Yeah. It held for a long time, but that was not good. I'm going to blame that on it being 8:30 in the morning, and I am still half asleep. See, I'm a bowler, I make excuses. That's my excuse. All right, let's do that again, but this time, more gooder. More gooder. Oh, there we go. That's decent. Oh, too fast. Yeah, so this is definitely a ball that goes long in oil. It's going to need to dry to hook. So not a heavy oil ball, not a medium heavy oil ball, unless maybe you throw it slower speed. If you throw this ball, I mean, if you throw the ball with less ball speed, I think that there's definitely a place for this ball in your arsenal, because sometimes you're going to use a lot of balls that go long. You're going to use higher RG balls, but they might not have enough core for you to carry if it hits the pocket. And I think you get both of those with this anger. So let's move back to the right to a more normal part of the lane for me with a ball like this. So I'm gonna move all the way back to 24 with my feet and see what happens. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Right, it's easy when you throw it in the right place and you put your feet in the right place. Isn't that what Mo Pinnell used to say? You put your feet in the right place, get the right ball in your hand, and look in the right place, or your eyes in the right place, or something like that. Well, I mean, it's simple, right? All right, so we'll do one more. So where was I? I was on 24 with my feet. I'm gonna throw it good, I hope. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that is the Hammer Anger. If you're interested in what this ball can do, check it out at hammerbowling.com, and look out for the release in a couple of weeks. Until next video, we'll see you next time.